Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself become calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Libra, July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Libra. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, okay. These two. Ooh, these three. Libra, July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Libra. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Libra, July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Libra. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Ooh. So this one, and let me just get the cards that fell on the floor. Just give me 1 minute. Perfect. Libra, July 16th to 31st, 2021, Libra. July 16th to 31st, 2021, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. All right. So at the bottom is the energy that roots us. We have the left-hand side, which is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you're born on the cusp with Scorpio or have Scorpio within your chart or any of the water sign energies, this is going to be coming out pretty strongly. Then we have the Page of Swords, which is us represented in the minor arcana. This is also all air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is absolutely beautiful, prosperity and success. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Strength card coming through. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. It's very interesting. If you're born on the cusp with Virgo, the Hierophant, the King of Wands, and the Strength card are going to play tremendous parts in your life during this time, because these three cards came out pretty much almost in the exact same order. So that's really interesting. We have the repeat of the Ten of Pentacles, so a blessing is coming that you've worked really hard for. The Seven of Cups. And the World. Dreams. Your dreams are opening the world to you, and your world is opening to your dreams, which is really, really cool. Let's look at our chakra energy. Libra, July 16th to the 31st, 2021 Libra. July 16th to the 31st, 2021 Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. These two just fell right out. So it's the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. This is angels and masters. Excuse me. And then we have the heart chakra with forgiveness coming forward. And this is going to be a time where we're led towards a place within ourselves by our angels, by our spirit guides, to see things in a kinder light for us. It doesn't mean that we kind of paint over what happened or say that it's okay or anything like that. But what we do is we start to forgive ourselves. Forgiving other people, there's something magnanimous about forgiving somebody else. There's also something very separate about forgiving another person. It's like, okay, that's happening to them. But to forgive myself, to say, I forgive me for being vulnerable, for being in that situation, for being hurt, for being overwhelmed. I forgive me. That's powerful. And that goes to everything. That goes to every single avenue of life where we beat ourselves up, thinking, I'm not good enough. I didn't do enough. The heart is saying, I need to be forgiven. I need to release. I need to stop being so hard on myself. And then the Earth Star Chakra is saying this healing energy wants you to shine, wants you to become in alignment with yourself. The angels are protecting you during this time here, Libra, and this is going to be why there's such blessing coming in. There's such a sense of, I'm a student, I'm learning, I'm getting inspiration from very unlikely places. They're guiding me forward, and I want to see how it is that I progress in soul and self and in spirit. So let's look at the energy we have to be mindful of. Libra, July 16th to the 31st, 2021 Libra. What is the energy that Libra needs to be mindful of? July 16th to the 31st, 2021 Libra. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The King of Swords. Now, this is, again, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We need to be mindful of ourselves, how logical we're being about things, because we can tend to say, I'm being very logical, I'm just looking at the facts, but actually we're being really brutal to ourselves. And we need to kind of look at different facts, because there can be a time that we're looking at things in a certain way, but we're looking at things in a way that just kind of like rips us apart. The King of Swords is also going to be that we're very drawn to people during this time, that we see as being very logical, very sensible, very, by the book or factual in a way that makes sense to us. And this is going to be a time where we need to be mindful that just because they have success in an arena, just because they have insight in a certain arena, does not mean that they know what's best for us or that they are making the right decisions for us at this time. So we're going to be looking at somebody, or somebody's going to be coming into our lives that I just see them as very regimented. It's almost like even making a cup of tea has to be a very certain way. And if you deviate from any of the ways of making that cup of tea, it's just wrong. So it's going to be over the most trivial things that they have to be very ordered, but it's also going to be over the most, elaborate things that they have to be very ordered. One can be commended, yes, but the other one can just seem like, okay, you're just being a bit much. So do be mindful about that. Okay, so we start off with the Page of Cups. Water sign energy. This is a sense of the heart really coming forward. Our waters aren't as smooth as we would want them to be. We're also being students. We're looking at things in a different way. This could be a child that is a water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, somebody who's very sensitive, or just a very sensitive child within our lives. They could also be very headstrong and determined and focused, but also just need a good cuddle every now and then. So that could also be the energy that's around us, very headstrong, very determined, but you need a good cuddle every now and then. You just need somebody to listen and hear and to see you. The Page of Cups is an opening of the heart. The Page of Cups is us moving forward in a very real way. And this is going to be that we get the most beautiful information from the most unlikely places. So it can be that you're listening to somebody interviews somebody else, like on YouTube or on a podcast or wherever, and they say, "Are you happy?" And you wind up answering it yourself instantaneously. It could be yes, it could be no. But what you get from that answer, what you're going to find that comes up during this time, it's like, it's deep and profound, and it's just completely out of the blue. It's like, okay, why? Why aren't I happy? Why aren't I content? Or why am I happy in this moment? Why am I content? And this is going to be the energy that we build off of. We're also needing to really look at our hearts in an open and honest way to say, I feel. And why do I feel? And where does that bring me? And what do I love? And what do I want? And it brings us to being students of ourselves, but also to wield the weapon that is our mind and our tongue and our voice and our, expression of being, however you express. And this is going to be a time where we can feel very overwhelmed, where we can feel as if we're not cutting through things the right way because we're still learning, we're still gaining an insight, because we're looking at things in a different light. And this is going to be a time where this starts to open to us, where we start to say, oh, well, why? Why am I looking at it like this? Why am I doing it like that? And it starts to guide us forward very openly and honestly, because we're being led. We're being told here that we have a student's mind. We have a child's mind. And it's not to degrade us at all, but it's to say that there's an openness and a wonderment that we need to be embracing, a sense of looking at things differently. And also asking questions and developing and finding out knowledge that gets put together in this puzzle piece. Like, oh, okay, I see it. I see where everything is heading, and it's heading towards prosperity that comes from ancient wisdom. It's heading towards wealth and bounty, and there's going to be this sense and this feeling of, I can just reinvent the wheel. I can, make everything just fall into line exactly the way that I want it to. And what divinity is saying here is that there's a master plan, and there is an energy and a reason and a purpose to all that is happening. And it's aligning that with us, with who we are and the prosperity that we're calling into our lives, or the prosperity that we want from our lives, and the opening up of the door and the greater understanding of where we want to be. The 10 of Pentacles brings us wealth, and we are moving forward in that wealth. And it is going to be not in the crowds, because we have the two people talking right here, and they're not seeing it. It's the dogs and it's the children. That's why we have the children's eyes. Oh, that's why Spirit says we have the children's eyes, because they're the ones that see the true prosperity, the bounty that leads us forward, the sense of this greater awakening, this greater abundance. And it can turn our stability upside down, but it also can the stability, the sense of, I thought I had everything figured out, and now I'm figuring out, and now I'm learning that I don't, that there's new layers and new reasons, and maybe I don't have to be so hard on myself, because everybody is learning and everybody is discovering. And there's the sense with the Hierophant in our inner self that we start to see that we are powerful beyond measure. The Hierophant is the Pope in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and it's the Pope in medieval times that had all the power and had so much say in things. And so this is the power that we have within our lives. This is institutions. This is how we are kind of fitting into things and seeing where we belong and where we want to stand and where we don't want to stand. And the Hierophant is also marriage. So what are we committing ourselves to? Is it to a deepening of relationships with people? Is it deepening of relationships with our work? The Hierophant is calling us forward in prosperity and in abundance, and saying, where is your commitment taking you? What do you want? And how are you getting there? The prosperity that leads us forward is going to be very open. It's going to be very honest. The Hierophant is also calling us to say what is intrinsic about us. That if we step away from it, we step away from a hugely powerful part of ourselves. That if we go against this or that, we go against the essence of who we are. And then it brings us to the King of Wands. Again, it's fire sign energy, but this is also a sense of passion and purpose and transformation. We might find that what we had thought we wanted isn't really what we wanted, and we are transforming and we are seeing things differently. It's opening up our eyes. The King of Wands is also, not controlled, but had to listen to the say of the Hierophant. So this is going to be a time where who we intrinsically are and the power of what we want and where we want to be starts to guide our creativity and the way that we are transforming within our creativity, within our work, within our expression. And it brings us to a place of strength, to a place of power, to a place of greater understanding of self, but also of being aware that other people's strength wants to take hold of this prosperity that's coming in. It's coming in at our roots. It's coming in within our heart. It's opening up the doors. It's having us see things differently. It's calling us forward in wealth. And as we are called forward in wealth, we are called forward in ourselves. The strength also comes from not forcing. There are going to be things during this time that we think, if I just force it, it will be. If I just force it, if I just make it work, it will work. This is going to be a time where that's not how it happens. If I force it, it will fall apart. So it's working off of mutual respect. It's gaining a greater understanding and love and relationship between ourselves and our tenacity, ourselves and our reasoning, the way that we want to move forward. The Ten of Pentacles moves us to prosperity and to abundance and to a place of wealth that is, again, for all to see. But that we get so caught up in our world and everything that people deem to be important that we don't see the prosperity coming. This is wealth that lasts for generations. And this can be the ancient generational wealth coming forward. Kind of like the ancestors are talking to us. And it is our job to listen. It is our job to embrace that sacred knowledge. And it moves us then to the Seven of Cups. It's like, what is the dream? What is the dream that was hidden away? What is the dream that needs to be seen? What is the dream that guides us forward? What is the dream? And the Seven of Cups has something sacred revealed, has something intrinsic that was hidden coming forward. And this is going to be the dream that maybe we had when we were very young, before the world knocked us down, that we said, well, you know what? I didn't achieve it when I was, 18, 20, 25, 30, keep on going up. So I don't get to achieve it anymore. And Spirit is saying, but this dream was put in your heart for a reason. And we might have dreams like, I want to be, an Olympic figure skater or something like that. And that could not be achievable, right? But the expression through dance, the expression through the ice can form itself in different ways. And so here it's looking at the dream and it's kind of deconstructing the dream and saying, why is it there? Why is it within me? And what is it calling me towards? And it brings us then to the world. Our dreams are calling us to open up the world to us, to what our souls want, to what we desire, to what we need, to where we're headed, and saying, this world is a part of me. This is a part of my passion and my power and my insight. The world is opening up, and I am opening to the world. And this is starting to celebrate where we stand and why we stand. It's almost like I'm not a mistake, and I never was. And so there's this power that's moving us forward and this blessing that's coming over us. And this is going to be an immense time for learning, for transforming, and for claiming what has always been our right. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is the throat chakra, and it's listening. Everybody is so busy talking or scrolling or being distracted that we don't just listen. This is a time where listening is going to be so important. Listening to ourselves, listening to our hearts, listening to our spirit guide, listening to the people around us. It's going to be important just to embrace the quiet and to listen. It leads us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Queen of Wands. Being mindful again and being caught up in other people's passion, other people's determination. This is what works for me. So we'll think, oh my gosh, this is what works for you. This is going to be what works for me. Instead of tuning it or to an acute sensitivity or to a gentler soul or to a different passion, a different, career goal. This is going to be a time also where we can easily be caught up in our own passion, in what we want to achieve. And we will be the people talking to each other, going after what we need to go after, and missing the blessings. And so that's going to be something that's going to be very important to be mindful of. And it's not saying that we shouldn't communicate with others, but it is saying that there is a sacred blessing that it's time that we embrace. It's almost like, how we talk about generational curses so often within our world. It's like the sins of the fathers passed down to the son. Well, what about generational blessings? What about the nice, kind things that people do? And the blessings passed down from father to son, from mother to daughter, or, whichever way it goes, from caregiver to child. And starting to build off of those blessings. Started to build off of ancient teachings, ancient, callings of the soul that lead us forward. And it leads us to our subconscious energy that roots us. And that's the Queen of Wands. So what can be a downfall to us is also going to be a very big blessing, because this is the magic that's transforming us. This is the new dawn. This is the power and the insight, and not being afraid to get our hands dirty and going after. But this is also the person who is passionate, the person who's embodying sacred feminine energy to move us forward. And it moves us towards this sacred masculine energy of the Hierophant, of the King of Wands, that is embracing our power, embracing what we want. And it brings us then to our subconscious inner self, which is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is saying, ready or not, here it comes. Here comes the change that makes us take hold, that makes us claim our power. Here comes the distinction, the intensity, the passion that guides us. We can easily be swept away during this time within our inner selves, within our own dreams, within our own ideas. And this is going to be a time where we need to recognize that. We need to recognize the passion that is a part of us, and also this energy that is trying to sweep us up. And we can be fighting it, and that can actually lead to a bit of sorrow coming in. Our subconscious heart energy is the Six of Wands. It's time to celebrate. It is time to celebrate who we are and why we're here. It's time to celebrate the good that we do instead of beating ourselves up over what we could have, should have, maybe would have done better at one point or another within our lives. Now is the time to celebrate who we are. And it brings us then to our subconscious energy of the public arena. And it's the Page of Wands. It's again being the student of that passion. We have the student cards here. And we have a lot of, court cards of fire, and also we have the strength card. So there is the sense of passion being such a part of us during this time. And in the public arena, we have to be a student of that passion. And why is it leading us? Because again, inwardly, we can just be absolutely consumed by the wands, by the fire. And it's like, why? And remember, we have to ask why, and we have to put the brakes on things, because air feeds fire. And if we don't feed it, it won't grow, of course. But if we feed it too much, it'll just become a wildfire and get completely out of hand. So do be mindful of how you are feeding your passion, how it is moving you forward, and what exactly you're feeding, because there can be these highs and these lows that we go through during this time that can drive us absolutely crazy. We want that steady, even forge-like flame that comes forward. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace what is being revealed and the power that is coming up within us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra.